What's up, everybody? I hope you're doing well. So not too long ago, I posted a reel on Instagram where I named that I earned 6 figures working part-time as a therapist, which I've talked about before on this channel a few times, but a lot of people reacted in the comments on that reel saying like, how is that really possible? So since there are so many people interested in the idea of earning 6 figures as a therapist, I thought it might be helpful to just name a few ways that you could earn 6 figures as a therapist if you wanted to. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. Stay tuned. Welcome to Private Practice Skills. I'm Dr. Marie Fang, psychologist in private practice. I post videos offering tools I learned the hard way about starting and growing private practice so that you don't have to. And today we're going to talk about some ways that you could earn 6 figures if you wanted to as a therapist. I want to emphasize that there are like 1,000,001 ways that you could go about earning 6 figures even as a therapist if you wanted to, but these are just a few options that are maybe some of the more common options, and I really encourage you to reflect and think outside of the box on how you might like to supplement your income or, make your income in general. I'm not at all trying to say that you should or need to earn 6 figures. That's not a belief I hold at all. In fact, you do you. You don't have to work at all. But if you're hoping to have some say and some control over your income as a therapist, there are many ways to do it, and I want you to feel empowered to choose a path that works for you so you can make that happen, not feel like, oh, therapists just are doomed to not earn that much money. So let's dive into it. Here are 3 ways that you could go about earning 6 figures as a therapist. Now, the first is very straightforward, and that's seeing clients. If you want to see clients in private practice, it's totally possible to earn 6 figures. Now, I think a lot of folks are of the belief that it's not possible, but it absolutely is, especially if you accept private pay clients. I have a video going over how to set your rate so that you know what your income is in advance. So I've linked to that video below. But just to quickly go over how this formula works, you decide how much you want to earn. Let's say it's $100,000 a year. You tag on your anticipated expenses. Let's say in this scenario, it's $20,000 a year. Take that number, $120,000, and divide it by the number of weeks you want to work per year. So assuming you want to take some vacation time, let's divide by 48, which gives us $2,500, and that's the amount of money you need to earn per week on the weeks that you are working and not on vacation. And what you do from there is you divide that number by the number of clients that you wish to see per week. So if you're wanting to see, let's say, 20 clients a week, then it'll spit out how much you need to charge on average in order to earn $100,000 a year. And the magic of math tells me that that number is $125 per session, which I think no matter where you live in the US is probably lower than what most therapists are charging for out of pocket. And let's say if instead you want to see 15 clients a week, let's do that math real quick. So we just divide by 15 instead of 20, and that gives us, about $170 per session for your out-of-pocket average rate that you'd need to charge in order to make 6 figures. So if you wanted to, you could see 15 clients a week and still make $100,000. So it's very possible to make 6 figures by just seeing clients in private practice if you want to. The next way you can go about making 6 figures in private practice is hiring employees, or in other words, running a group practice. Now, management is not necessarily in the cards for everyone, but if you are someone who's interested in managing other folks, maybe you're also kind of interested in scaling back how many clients you see per week, running a group practice might actually be a great fit for you. Now, mind you, a lot of people think that they can hire on 1 or 2 employees and suddenly be rolling in the dough, but hiring on an employee is actually quite expensive. I touched on this in an earlier video where I talked about the pros and cons of what type of private practice you work in, and it is really helpful to know that if you want to earn 6 figures running a group practice, you're probably not going to get there just by hiring on 1 employee and reaping the benefits of their profits. You're probably going to have to hire on a number of employees before you reach 6 figures. Now, unless you're seeing your own caseload of clients as well, in which case, well, the caseload itself could bring you to 6 figures, or if you want to scale back how many clients you see per week on your personal caseload, then maybe you could reach 6 figures just hiring on 1 or 2 employees. You can definitely do the math for all of this in advance of taking any of these risks, and I highly recommend you do that math first and figure out how much money you can anticipate earning before you put any skin in the game of hiring folks and things like that. And a third way you could go about earning six figures as a therapist is to sell some sort of product or products. This could be any type of product, whether it's some kind of online course or PDF ebook, or it could actually be an actual material product. Whatever it might be, if you sell products, there's the potential to scale to a much higher level of income because your income isn't dependent on, say, how many clients a week you're willing to see or how much money each of those clients might be able to spend on counseling. You just have to figure out how to sell your one product to a lot more people in order to scale your income. And that's exactly what I do with private practice skills, and that's how I work part-time and still earn six figures because I'm only seeing 8 clients a week. Actually, I'm still on maternity leave right now, and I'm still earning six figures through private practice skills, so it's totally possible. The option of selling a product might be a good fit for somebody who's not particularly interested in management and who's maybe not particularly interested in working full-time seeing therapy clients. You can kind of mix and match this way. You can see your therapy clients, you can do your product. You don't have to see therapy clients if that's not what you want to do, and you can just do your product. Now, this list of 3 items is by no means an exhaustive list of the options you have in order to make six figures as a therapist. I think they're probably just the most common ones and the most readily accessible, but honestly, access your creative juices. You could even explore also what other job options are available. I have a whole video going over 15 alternative career options for therapists. Some of those options might potentially let you earn six figures while working as an employee for somebody else, for example, if that's what you prefer. So let yourself think outside the box. Just go ahead and explore. Explore the possibilities, see what your skill sets and passions are and what aligns with those, what kind of income you're hoping to earn in the end, and you can definitely plan it out in advance so that it happens before you've even invested in that process. Wherever you might be at in your career, whether you're a trainee or you're thinking about being a therapist, or maybe you've been a therapist for a bajillion years, I hope this video helps you feel empowered to make the income that you want. Even if you're not a therapist, it's possible. You don't have to feel confined by your field as far as what kind of income you have the potential to earn. So be empowered, go forth and change the world and all that jazz. And before we close, I'd like to thank our sponsor, TherapyNotes.com. TherapyNotes helps with scheduling, notes, and billing, and they have a HIPAA-secure telehealth platform right within their portal, which is awesome. If you'd like to check out Therapy Notes, you can get 2 months to try it for free with no commitment just by clicking the link in the description of this video. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm curious to hear from you what sort of aspirations you have for your career, or maybe you're already living out your career aspirations right now. More power to you. And let me know in the comments what those are. I think folks draw inspiration and motivation from each other there too, and I just like hearing from you because you're so cool. And until next time, from one therapist to another, I wish you well. Avenues you can take in order to get there.
She said, Mom, I'm going to interrupt right at the end of the video.